Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Thursday morning training. We do this every Thursday to kind of ongoing education. And lots of times the subject matter that we share here springs forward from our director's call that we have every Wednesday morning for directors and above. Look forward for all of you joining us when you get to the director level, when and if you can. And we always record that and send it out to the directors. So if you can't make it live, but yesterday, actually, I'm going to back up to last Saturday. One of the things I loved about Friday and Saturday in Orlando is the cross pollination with so many different teams and everybody learning from each other, everybody opening up their structure, their strategy, their ideas. We all learned a lot. I took copious notes, a lot of pictures with my phone. The thing that I enjoyed the most, being kind of a system structure strategy kind of guy, is Laura Balzer came on, and she's a three-star executive, creeping up on presidential. She's one of Marcy Preble's top leaders, and she came up with a simple tracker form to help people go from getting started to setting the goal to become a director, not setting the goal to become a manager, but setting the goal to become a director. And it's manager one, two, three of the three steps along the way. And she did such a great job. She actually produced a video showing people how to use the tracker form that she came up with, which she played for us on Saturday. So I'm going to play for you here on Thursday, and we've loaded it up into Live Younger Success. And I know Connie's loaded into her website, and other people are loading it into theirs. But I'm going to go ahead and just share my screen and jump right into this. It's about a 13-minute video. And see, I'm going to have to get something else going here. There we go. Stop share. Thought I had it already. I practiced with Tim, but so now I'll be able to find it. There we go. So if you go to Live Younger Success and .com and you go to what's new, you're going to see at the top the new David Schmidt video. And God, I love that video. And that's already been loaded in InTouch. It's the David Schmidt story video. It's short, but really powerful. And then the next thing new in here is the Path to One Star video and tracker. So you can scroll down, and here's the David Schmidt video. If you haven't watched it, it's only 2 minutes. I really encourage you to do so. But today we're going to focus on the path to director because really in this business, we've always said manager is the engine pin, but director is where we really start unlocking pieces of the compensation plan. So I'm going to go ahead and play this video. I'm going to enlarge it so I get it close to full screen. That should look pretty good on most people's desktop. Does that look good for everybody? Good. Thank you, Jim. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play it. And then after we play it, and what we're going to do, and actually, when you go here, the form is right there, and you can download the form. Now, we made one major change in this form, or minor change. Where you'll hear Laura talk about, whether they're on the left side or the right side. What she didn't say is customer volume counts, just like brand partner volume, to move through the ranks here. So we added C for customer, left, right. No, that doesn't mean center. Okay, it means customer. So, and you'll understand as Laura explains the form and how to use it. She does a brilliant job of walking people through it. And so without further ado, I'll just start play and we'll talk about it in 13 minutes.
Hi, everyone. Laura Balzer here, executive leader with LifeWave, and I'm excited to introduce you to the Path of One Star Director. You guys, this is a tracker that I developed based on conversations with leaders And I wanted to pull it together because I wanted to give our new brand partners the ability to move to one-star director quickly. Because we as leaders, when we get a brand partner started and they ask us what their first goal should be, we always say one-star director. We never say one-star manager. And so I thought to myself, I want to use 1, 2, and 3-star manager, not as a place to land, but a phase to work through expediently, right? But be able to teach and give them visualization of what they're doing has purpose. It builds a foundation for them to build a strong organization. So let me go through the phases here for you. Phase 1, 1-star manager, 750 QDV. Initial qualification, volume is activated. You've proven you can produce. Phase 2, 2-star manager, 1500 QDV or qualified downline volume. Momentum builds, the process repeats, production expands beyond you. Phase 3, 3-star manager, 2500 QDV or qualified downline volume. Structure stabilizes, both sides are contributing, leadership depth begins forming. Now, as you can see here, this is starting to give them the opportunity to associate volume with rank. Lingo that we use, QDV, qualified downline volume. The more the familiar they become with this in the beginning, because this is Greek to them right now, the more confident they become, the more ready they are to move forward quickly because it's right here in front of them. It's no mistaking it, right? And we want to get them to 1-star director as quickly as possible because we know the doors that will open for them. So let's do a quick hypothetical here. I have a new brand partner, Sally. She's just getting started. So I've made sure that she has a tracker and I have a tracker, because whether your new brand partner is right next door or across the country, this tracker is going to help you keep connected on a daily basis as you help them roll through these 3 phases on the way to 1-star director. So we have to start charting or tracking Sally. So let's go ahead and put Sally's name here. Sally opted in for the advanced pack. And we know that the advanced pack has 300 volume. So we want to start this. We both have this. Like I said before, she has hers, I have mine. Now, I've already shared with her, her first goal is 1-star director, but she wants to know where are we starting? Well, we're starting with phase 1. And Sally, we're doing it in 48 hours, girl. Now, I'm pretty sure I have freaked some people out by saying that. But here's the thing. It's a good thing to set the intention for our new brand partners. It gives them direction, right? They know what they know, and what they know is what we share with them. And when we set intentions for them, they know where they're going. But what it also does for them is give them the ability to duplicate this. And when they duplicate what you're sharing with them, they are going to create success and speed in their businesses as well as yours. So, Sally told me in the beginning of conversations that her sister really wants to do the business. So she's had the conversation and Julie's ready to go. So we have to put Julie on Sally's tracker. So Julie goes here. We are binary. We enroll left and right. And I want Sally to be able to see where her people are going. We just need to start here. Julie's the first. So we're going to put her on the left. She's opted in for the advanced pack because that's what her sister did. Makes sense to me. So we're going to put 300 here. So this far column to the right, as you can see, is running QDV, qualified downline volume. So if we run these volume numbers, Sally's 300, Julie's 300, we get 600. And instantly, Sally's able to see, whoa, how quick I'm getting to my first phase. Just going to blow right through it, right? She's got 48 hours. So she shares with me a friend of hers who's had some issues, Dan. I give her some information to share with him. She really wants to do this on her own. I also give her an experience to share with him based on what he has going on. Because mind you, Sally hasn't even gotten her patches yet. So she's using other people's experiences that she's seeing with this technology to share with other people. So Dan's all in, likes what he sees, willing to give it a try. So Dan goes here. Now we put Julie on the left, so it makes total sense to Sally, right? Balance. We're going to put Dan on the right. He did opt in for the core pack, so 180 of volume goes here, and when we run 600 and 180, we get 780. Now, Sally's elated. She can see very quickly she has breezed through phase 1. Big deal. Congratulations to her. Massive recognition, right? We want to build confidence. We want her to know, oh my God, I can do this. This is exciting stuff. So she's ready. What's next? Phase 2. And Sally, 48 hours. I mean, you blew through the other one, less 48 hours. But let's do this one 48 hours too. Gives you a goalpost. So she really wants her mom. We all want to help our family members, and her mom really needs this badly. But she's asked me to be a part of this. I like this because not only do I want to have Sally hear me on the phone answer these questions, it opens up that coaching timeline for me to spend with her. Let me answer her mom's questions. Let me guide her to where the best place it is for her to start and put her in a place of where we're taking her. And this helps Sally learn how to answer questions, how to move forward. Again, builds confidence, but it also gives me the opportunity to have her hear me suggest the packs that are available to her mother that's going to bring her value, give her what she needs, and share with her friends. Because her mom shared, oh my gosh, my friends need this, right? So we want to open her up to the possibilities here. So I suggest to mom that she get the Advanced Plus pack, and it makes sense to her. So let's get mom on Sally's tracker. Now, again, coaching moment for Sally. I want Sally to start recognizing volumes and paying attention to them, because over time, that's going to give her the ability to plan her business strategically, looking at the numbers, where people are going. So Julie went on the left, Sally, and she has 300 in volume. Dan went on the right. He has 180. I want to put your mom on the right to put some more volume on that side. Does that make sense? Absolutely it does. So perfect. Coaching moment. I love it, right? 500 is the volume associated with an Advanced Plus. And if we put the numbers 780 and 500 together, we get 1280. And again, Sally can see how close she is to blowing right through phase 2. So as she continues to contact people and we're working this thing side by side, she lets me know that she sees a post on Facebook from an old friend of hers. They haven't spoken forever, and it's about her husband, and she doesn't know whether she should reach out to her friend. I told her absolutely she should reach out, but she should reach out privately and acknowledge the fact that she's very much aware that they haven't spoken in a very long time. It will ease the conversation. So Sally reaches out to Sarah. Sarah, Sally, I know it's been a hot minute, but I saw your post on Facebook about Bob. What is going on? Well, just that light reach out ensued a conversation between the two of them, which went into not only catching up Bob's issues, but Sarah becoming a little interested in the opportunity. She sees this and she understands what Sally's sharing with her, how this could help Bob. So with helping Bob and the interest in the opportunity, I tell Sally, Let's go ahead and bring them in, but let's put the account underneath Sarah's name. And let's go ahead and get them the advance pack. Based on the information that was shared with me, I feel like that's best. I like to call this pack my couples pack if I'm talking to a couple, because that makes them feel comfortable moving forward with that. Sally wants to get her started. We want Sarah to have the ability to try the patches as well as take care of Bob. Well, Mom went on the right. Sarah's going to go on the left. They did opt in for the advance, and we're becoming very familiar that there's 300 in volume there. And when we take 1280 and 300, we get 1580. And as you guys can see, Sally can see that she has blown through phase 2 already. And she's stoked. She's excited. And this is exactly what we want, right? Excitement, confidence, because they really want to know what's next when they feel that way, right? Remember, this tracker is keeping you connected with your new brand partner. So phase 3, and we're going to do it by Sunday. She's in. She knows she can do it, right? She knows she can do it. She knows I'm right beside her. And this tracker is showing her so much. The associations with volume, packs, where to place people, where her people are going, right? So the Greek that she felt this once was is now becoming very familiar to her and making complete sense. And we know as leaders, what we focus on expands. And I'm keeping her focus right here at all times. But what we also know as leaders, pen to paper or pencil to paper becomes very powerful when you're writing things down, writing who you're speaking to, being able to chart where they've gone, right, left, the volumes associated. You know, we are not just a people building business. We are a volume building business. This helps them build strategically. So you guys, as they chart their left volume, their right volume, and their qualifying total downline volume, they are on the road to the ultimate destination of one-star director. And like I said before, all of a sudden 5,000 QDV does not seem as daunting because they've seen how fast this can come together. So I hope you have found this tracker valuable. I hope you will take time to use it with your new brand partners. But I want everyone to know that I wish massive, massive success for each and every one of you. And we as leaders cannot wait to celebrate you on your way to the top of LifeWave. Thanks, everyone.
Wow. Wasn't that great? And I just want to point out while we have that on the screen, customer volume counts the same, okay? And we made this minor modification. Thank you, Liz. In the form says left, right, or customer because volume is volume, and really excited about that. And it's qualifying downline volume that helps you move through the ranks. It's not BV, it's QV, qualified volume. So, and that's higher than the BV. So you can move people through the ranks. You know, what I really love about this, I love a lot about it. And it was a great training. It's a mentoring moment and going through a lot of that. But, the old adage, that which is measured grows. And this puts it clearly in somebody's mindset of what they need to do. So, when you're getting a brand new partner started, and we're working on getting the onboarding training loaded up into the InTouch app. The InTouch app is going to do two things. It's going to help you close the timeline with your prospecting because you can instantly and very simply send video and collateral materials to get people excited. But also then once they get started, the InTouch app is going to have the onboarding training, and the onboarding training does two things. Covers the why and it covers goal setting. So you need to know why people are joining the business because, as Laura said, this gal Sally was ready to go. Just because you sign somebody up doesn't mean they're ready to go. Some people might say, whoa, 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 wait a minute. Yeah, I bought a pack, but I want to try the product. They're too apprehensive. And, 24 hours, 48 hours to, might be overly aggressive. But if you got somebody that's really ready to go, this is a great way to get them started. And so part of that, the second phase of onboarding is goal setting. And this is a great document. It's going to fit very nicely into that part of, the onboarding training of goal setting to set the goal. So I'm just really excited. I hope you are too. And I really encourage everyone to play with this, share it with your teams. And most importantly, try it out with your next new brand partner. The next person that joins your team, I'd advise you to get this out and send them a copy and help them set their goals. Because that's another thing she pointed out. They have a copy and you have a copy. In this way, you're tracking with them and you're celebrating every time they sign up a new person. They now know why they need to get you on three-way calls. Because if they got somebody interested, the old adage, your prospects, my presentation, a new brand partner, we should encourage them to pique people's interest and then bring them to us. And many of you heard my story when in my second year in network marketing, in the second company I was with, which some of you are familiar with, a company called Nikon, uh, back in 1990, 1989, 1990, I forgot. My sponsor Bob insisted you pique their interest and then put them on the phone with me. And almost everybody I put on the phone with Bob signed up because I didn't really know what I was talking about. I was excited, I went to the opportunity meeting. I got excited, but I was ignorance on fire, right? And Bob was knowledge on fire. And so that's the way I encourage all of you, all of us, to use this. Is when you sign up a new brand partner, uh, you know, help them set some clear-cut goals. And this is pretty clear. So they learn our nomenclature, they learn our vernacular, and they learn what they need to do to move through the plan. I was looking at the compensation plan. When you become a director, not only does your binary go to 10%, not only do you start getting the matching bonus, but you also get a $500 bonus. So there's a lot of reasons you can point out what you're going to get when you become a director. So, Connie, I know you've talked and used started using this with your team. Did you want to chime in and share anything from your perspective?
Sure. I loved what you said, Gregory, that a lot of times people will come in and they'll take a position as a brand partner to get a position in the binary tree, because that's one of the beauties of binary. I remember when our sponsor came in and we were like, well, we're looking at this, we're vetting it. And he's like, take a position, take a position, take a position, And I didn't understand. I had never worked a binary before. And so sometimes people come in, they want to get their experience. Maybe they're not ready to run, but they take a position in the binary and they're utilizing the product. And Gregory said, so they may not be ready to go. But how many of you, and I know I'm doing several meetings later today with people who have been around a while. They've been around, they've been wanting to build, they've tried to build, they have had limiting beliefs, not success, whatever the issue is. Maybe life got in the way. And now they're saying, I'm ready to go. What a perfect time to pull this back out. You're ready to go? Here's how we're going to do it. They're already, semi-trained up because they've been in for so long. Now you're just putting this structure in place that they've never had before so that you can move them forward now that they've said, I am ready to go. So that would be what I caught from part of what you're saying.
And that's a really good point. It's not just with your new brand partners. It's like maybe you can get people off the log, so to say, and moving. And now you got a simple plan, structure, and strategy for them to run with. So you can let them watch the video. You can send them the form, say, are you game? Let's go for it. Let's do it. Opportunity's knocking and time is now. That's great. Okay, well, I guess anybody else want to share any thoughts or comments about this? I'd love a little feedback, a little discussion. Go ahead, Jim.
Yesterday's program and today's refresher
Uh,
for the way I've been selling books for over 50 years. I tripled my business with a similar plan with the books decades ago, with having a sheet for all the staff to go through, restock the books, greet a new customer, take them to the shelf. I mean, my mind works that way, and something really clicked yesterday. So I want to thank you and the lady that did this presentation, because the way some people are visual, some people are auditory, something clicked. So yes, I made it to one-star director, and like how to keep myself at that. And then once people get there, and second of all, I've gone through millions of dust covers, and the one that you've chosen for your book is just great. And in my mind, I manifested your book cover blown up, and then like a little flyer on the back talking about X39 through my patches and pages in Carefree, Arizona. So good luck with that. And if you need
yeah.
a proofreader, I'm available.
Oh, thank you, Jim. I didn't realize your background in the book business. That's
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you
Well,
again for all that you do.
yeah, appreciate it. And you know, what comes to mind is the old adage, you can't hit a target you can't see. And this creates a target in front of your brand partner, new or existing, and they see the target, and chances of hitting the target are a lot better when you're not blindfolded. Yep. Hey, good morning, Lavelle.
Good morning, young man. Yeah, great training. We got to give people something to shoot for because, like you said, if you aim for nothing, that's what you'll hit. So that's number one. Number two, I think that we got to help people understand that I like to say OT or OT. We either on track or we're off track.
Mm,
And I think what you said, Gregory, is that get out of the way, guys. Get back to doing third party validation. Get out of the
mhm,
way, get out of the way, get out of the
mhm,
way. It's a team sport. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And I think that if you are having some challenges in building, guys, get back to basics and then use this director's training to help your people get to where they need to go because it's a powerful tool, but we got to use our other tools too. Don't forget about third party validation. That's how we've all built our business. Show people that this is how we do the business. You don't have to do it by yourself. And don't be afraid, guys, to go back to the basics and don't be afraid to play with the director's uh thing that this young lady put together. I just wanted to
mm.
give that input, Gregory. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. And she didn't, getting to three-star executive is, as you all know, is a significant accomplishment. So, because she's got structure, strategy, she's a good leader. Hey, good morning, Kate.
Good morning, everybody. Boy, yesterday was the missing link for me, and it shifted me on the deepest level because I had been wanting something that pulled it all together. This is the solution, and what I see, this is a vision on paper. It's
Hmm.
the plan, the goals, the
Hmm.
tracking, so you know your numbers.
Hmm.
It pulls in third party, which is something that's not always so easy to convey to other people and have them understand and embrace. And if they come in ready to rock and roll, this guarantees that fast start bonus is their advantage. And it's just happiness on top of happiness. And to me, it's the all in one solution that I feel that all of us can find value in, and I am ever so grateful.
Mm.
So this is fabulous.
Me too. And it's funny you said a missing piece because Laura was the first trainer on Saturday morning. I was the second one right after her. So, and you'll see, I just got a copy of the video of my training that we're going to publish here pretty soon. But I got up on the stage and I kind of greeted everybody, made a couple of jokes, and then, and it's funny. I said, "You like my short hair?" Or on the screen, I had a picture with long hair, and everybody laughed. But I said, I got a question for y'all. What's the most important part of a car? And there was silence in the room. People are thinking. I says, it's the part that's missing. And I said, thank you, Laura, because that was an important part that was missing. And I says, now I'm going to talk about another part that was missing, in touch. So that's how we started the day on Saturday in Orlando. So I'm glad you brought that up because it is a missing piece. It's a great piece of the puzzle to helping new people get started right. Yep. Hey, good morning, Lindsay.
Hey, good morning, Gregory. Thank you. This has been great, and I really appreciated this. Um, my question is I assume this worksheet's going to be available for us somewhere?
Yeah, if you go to, I'll show you again.
Oh,
I'll
I,
share
I
my
came in a
screen.
little late. If it's on your site?
Yeah, it's on
Okay, great.
liveyoungersuccess.com
I'll look there.
at the top of the What's New section.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can
My
see the video there and you can download the form.
Perfect. I
Mhm.
have another question about her training, however. I
Yeah.
loved all the little details, but one thing she did that I didn't think we were supposed to do was she put her mother and her sister on opposite legs. I thought we were supposed to think about keeping
Yeah, that was
people
probably,
together.
I would totally agree and totally advise keep the family together.
Okay,
Okay.
all right. I
Yeah.
just thought maybe I'm reading wrong and I've missed something along the way.
Yeah.
Okay,
No.
great.
Yeah,
Thank
she should have put her mom on her sister's leg.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And it sounded like, her mom might have been a better customer candidate, okay, too, also. But she didn't talk about customers.
All right.
Okay. Good morning, Vicky.
Good morning. So my question is, this is a great tool to put it down on paper, get everybody where they need to be in a fast start. But then it's like, what's the plan then after that to keep that one-star director? So if they enroll in those enrollment packs, get them there. But then if they're not producing, then of course that's going to drop back down. And then does that defeat them in a way? So,
Well, I think you want to keep momentum going with your people. Once people start enrolling, and that's one of the things that I'm very excited about the InTouch app, that once we get the next wave of programming done, we'll be able to see if your brand partners that you personally enrolled are actively prospecting new people and sending out videos. And if somebody slows down and you can see their BV's not growing, you could see is their prospecting going? And when prospecting slows down, enrollment slows down, and that's another training. That's another whole training. But the key is it's this form and this structure strategy is a good inertia breaker because when somebody starts, there is that, the body in motion is not, that should be in motion is not. And our goal is to get a new brand partner in motion with the income producing activities as quickly as possible and measure and celebrate the results. And this is just a great way of doing that.
So thank you for that. And again, just me personally, when, I started out as a PC Plus and I was sharing and got a lot of free products and, I just kind of built that. And then when I became a brand partner, all those customers, of course, came over to me, which again helped my ranking. And then 4 of my people wanted to become a brand partner because they wanted the water unit. That was when they were just selling them. So all of a sudden, you know, when I first started as a brand partner, I went right to a 2-star director because I had sold 4 water machines and, all that. And that was a great ego builder, and the
Yeah.
momentum was there. And then, so now I'm back down in that, 2-star manager area, and I'm still slowly building, but my team underneath me isn't. They got their water unit. That's kind of all they wanted, and that was it. So,
Well, there's 3 goals in this business: getting people in, keeping them in, moving them along. Now you got people in, they were using the patches, then you moved them along, you kept them in, then you moved them along to the water system. You got to move them along to continue with all the other Lifeway products, maybe taking it beyond X39 to the performance pack, or X39 with Eon, or adding in Celergize. So you can still keep building the regular monthly volume with your water X2O buyers. But at the same time, you probably want to say, work the bases with them. You're having great success with the products. Do you know anybody that might be interested? That I'd be happy to talk with you to them. So
right.
maybe leveraging your position with those people.
And they all are using all the other products. I mean,
Yeah, that's good. So you got a good solid monthly foundation going.
Okay.
And we just need to turn the heat up a little bit.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey, good work. Good work. Carla.
Yes, thank you. I don't know if this is the right forum to talk about this on, but the one lady brought up about putting your mom on one side and your sister on the other side. And I've worked a few different companies. I've worked at the level plan, and then I became a triple diamond in a binary plan. And the way you normally build binaries is you tell people that the first 2 people that they signed up should go in the power leg, the strong leg. And there's reasons for that, but there, at some point in time, I'd like to discuss that with how it's being taught, because you definitely want to keep your families together, the people that know each other in the same line. And there's a whole strategy to that, but the plan is not really a binary. This is only 10% of our pay is a binary. And I think there's too much focus being put on left and right at the beginning when somebody's new.
Yeah, that's a lot to unpack. And there are different strategies for building a binary. And maybe the income is 10%, the number is 10%, but I promise you it's a lot more than 10% of your earnings. The binary, as your business grows. Binary is going to be a significant part
as
of
it
your earnings.
grows.
Yeah, the binary and the leadership mentor matching bonus are going to be the 2 really solid foundations of your long-term income. But I think that it's important we teach everybody builds 2 legs, and I think it's important that you create balance in those legs, and the old adage of put your first 2 on the team leg. There's a certain amount of validity in that, but I think you want to focus. My personal recommendation, and this is just me, I think going left, right is a better strategy. Okay. But, I'm not an expert in binaries. Okay. LifeWave is only the second binary I've ever been in, and the only binary I'm going to stay in. Right. But I think that I think the left, right, and keeping family members together is good strategy.
Honey,
Yeah.
do you want to talk about psychographics and demographics and numbers also?
I think you should talk about that.
Oh.
No, my only fear is that then you get somebody that's new and they sign up 1 person total and they put it on their inside leg, and then they decide they don't really want to do the business. And then you've got an orphan out in somebody's inside leg that's not in a team leg, and they don't get people put underneath them.
Robin, you want to address that?
I do. There's an automatic preset. It goes to you know, it's a term we don't even use, but it is always smart to put the first person on the shared leg.
Yes,
I don't like to use the term power leg because either side could become the power leg. What is
exactly.
important in a binary is to watch the numbers. And from watching the numbers, because we want to keep them as even as possible. But then the other part is we want to keep people together that should be together if they're geographically connected, if they're family, if they're
Exactly.
psychographically connected, you know. So it's important if, and when people are new, they don't know. So this is
Exactly.
where you always want to include your sponsor or upline support to say, help me understand which side, and we talk sides, should I put them on the left side or the right side? And it's not, I don't go just by 2 and 1, left, right. I want to really look at the numbers. So when you go under commissions and volumes, you want to take a look at what your numbers are so you better understand the best placement so you can have the best balance. And in a binary, everybody always ends up with a big leg. If you guys had any idea how big our big leg was, because I made a big mistake in the beginning and we've paid for it big time because our biggest leg was our healthcare practitioner leg. Well, we had a healthcare practitioner leg and we had a networking leg. Well, guess which one really took off? So it's just really important to watch the numbers and put people together that you think would work well together. And you'll know from there. But reach out if you're not sure and get support because there's not an absolute this way or that way. There's a lot of variables that come into play.
Exactly. I just think that people need to know that when they're, and I did, with my people, I tell them put the first person on the shared leg and then we discuss strategy after that. So that probably would be a good statement to put in the training to that there's a whole strategy, use your upline person when you're sponsoring people instead of just left, right, left, right.
Right. Correct.
Yeah,
So
there's a strategy. There is a strategy to building the business.
Definitely.
Yeah, great. Thanks, Carla.
Thank you.
Lavelle.
Good stuff. And I think was it Vicky that talked about earlier, or well, I'm not sure if it was Vicky or not, but was talking about, okay, once you get to director, then what? Okay, well, that's when we go in our organization, couple of things. We go in our organization and we tap group. Okay, who else wants to go to director? So you can find out your people's people and start working with them as you're working with that new person that hit director, because that's where the duplication comes in, and you teach, bring them together and help them work with their people. So you're training them at the same time. And then to add to that, we all got to remember it's a numbers game. 20% of the people are going to do 80% of the work. 80% of the people are going to do 20% of the work, and it never changes. And so, as Gregory was saying, we need to continue to what we call new blood. New blood. You always got to bring in new blood. So, thanks for letting me share, Gregory.
Pareto's law doesn't just applies in all areas of life. Okay, well, I'm glad you all like it, and I just want to thank everybody and encourage everyone to weave in the InTouch app with it as you can, because it's going to accelerate things. And I also want to invite everybody to tonight's Thursday night water training with Coach Jim, who just raised his hand. Hey, Jim.
Hey, Gregory. There's one thing that kind of concerns me. I've seen some of the chats and hurts, that people are signing up their family. Just make sure that they are not in the same household. Otherwise, it come back to bite you. And so I've seen that with one of my team. They signed up their other family members live in the same house, and they ended up losing their legs because they had to, the company wouldn't allow it. So.
Yeah. Thank you. And you want to talk briefly about tonight? What you're
Uh,
doing?
Tonight we're gonna discuss the importance of X2O, and then we're gonna talk about how to answer objections and to close in the sale.
Nice. We want to close more sales with the X2O. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, Kathleen, go ahead, please.
Good morning. This is a wonderful call. I appreciate all you guys' insight because I'm new to a binary system as well. And so any kind of advice like that is always helpful and reaching up to your upline to getting advice as to where to place people. But one of the things that I've been wanting to do is get the My In Touch app, but I've had huge issues trying to sign up. It will not accept my information. And I wonder, is it because I'm from Canada? Because one of my brand partners, she did sign up. She was able to sign up, but there was glitches with the email part of the system that wasn't working for her. And she's huge with just using the emails to send out to people. And so then she asked to just kind of bow out of it. So I'm wondering if those glitches I don't want to promote something that isn't
Right.
working. And so that's why I've kind of held back a little bit, and not talked about it, but I hear you guys talking about it. I know that it's new and that you have been working at getting all the kinks out of this system. And I love the idea. I'm very interested in it, but just have not been able to sign up. And I know Janet did reach out to me and said, because the AI, I did reach out to Hustle. I got an AI response that wasn't personal. I tried doing what they suggested through the AI communication from Hustle. And and then they just kind of left me hanging like that. So is it because we are from Canada that there are those glitches?
I can't answer that question, but I will certainly find out. And I'm going to be on the phone with Janet later, and we have a meeting with the technical team at Hustle tomorrow, and I will follow through on that with and for you, Kathleen, because it's got to be easy, and that's what we're really. And they explained to us what for us because 90% of the companies that are using the Hustle platform, it's the company using it, and they have database integration. You put in your ID number, and they got everything. We don't, because LifeWave hasn't adopted it yet, and I can't guarantee they will. But if I was a betting man, my bet would be that the company is going to adopt it because I think that most people aren't really satisfied with the Now site. And it's going to simplify the onboarding, but they do have quite a few leaders like ourselves that are using it with their teams. It's just a little bit more cumbersome to get enrolled, but I promise you, we're going to get that streamlined and simple, so simple that everybody will be able to do it. So I'll get Janet or I will get back with you, Kathleen, about that.
Gregory. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it because you're bang on. It has to be simple because even like from the get-go, it has to be simple. Otherwise, people are just like turned off by the whole thing. So, but I'm hanging in there. I'm hanging in there.
And we're not giving up until it's so simple that anybody can do it, quickly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Liz, go ahead.
So one of the things that we are working on with Hustle is to be able to have a fill in the form which will automatically go into the proper queue and have tracking based on that form being completed for support. It's not implemented yet, but
It's in process.
They had showed us what we could have. So
Yeah. So we're gonna better assess the areas of problem and better address what's causing it. So we're on it. We got to make it simple, and I promise we will. So thank you, Kathleen, and we will get back with you on this. Okay, we're almost at the top of the hour. Any other thoughts or questions anybody has? We like to open this call up to other subjects, other business related subjects. So it doesn't have to be related to the new director journey or go ahead, Marianne. You got an idea or question for us?
I have a question. It's definitely not around the arenas of the things we are talking about today, which is
Yeah, that's
boggling
okay.
my mind. It's amazing. But I have a potential customer who keeps asking about the biomarkers. What are the best biomarkers to ask for, look at as you're using the patches? She's a very green, quote unquote, person, lots of technical information, and has listened to the doc talk. She's listened to the veterinarian call. She's looked at my videos. She's very, she's digging in,
Yeah.
and I would love to answer her, but I don't know what the answer. I've asked my upline and they don't know.
Well, I'm not a healthcare practitioner. If there are any on the phone who would like to address what 2 or 3 or 4 of the biomarkers that people might be able to get a measurable difference, I'd love that. Otherwise, I can pinch hit on that, and I'm pretty good at it.
Okay.
So is anybody online that raise your hand if you'd like to address Marianne's question about biomarkers? Otherwise, I'll just tell you my experience.
Okay.
My experience is when somebody gets on the X39 primarily, that's our flagship product. If they're at the age that they're doing, annual blood workup, almost guarantee there's going to be improvements in a lot of areas. The areas most common would be blood pressure, blood sugar, cholesterol. You're going to see a positive impact in all of the critical factors. People get into a more natural fat burning mode, and they start losing weight, so their body mass index changes. And a way to measure those, as we talked about, we have a scale at home. It's a RenPro. I think that's the name of it. Very inexpensive. They're only like 25 or 30 bucks from Amazon, but it works with your iPhone. If you have an iPhone, probably works with an Android also. And it tracks all of your biomarkers. So, not all of the biomarkers, but it tracks a lot of them. It's amazing how stepping on a scale and getting your weight, and they can assess body mass, and muscle, and so many other things. But I think that, blood pressure, blood sugar, cholesterol, body mass index are probably the 4 that, come to mind. Does anybody have any other comments or suggestions for Marianne on this important topic? I guess I outwitted everybody. No.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Josefina, we'll take you and then we'll close up the call. Go ahead, sweetie.
I'm trying to figure out the way that they worded it, but I heard it in a meeting not too long ago that you wear it on your face and your body because it shows on your face and it shows on your body what it's doing to you. And I'm looking at your hair. It looks like your hair's coming out darker. It's not as gray as it used to be.
Well, it could happen. It could be so.
Yeah, and we are seeing that with some of the people that are using the patches and all the water, like our 98-year-old friend. She is looking younger each day.
And that's a good biomarker. The mirror.
Yes.
The mirror. That's great.
And the way you feel too, because she's behaving like a younger person. She's putting on makeup on. She's putting
her nail polish on. She got her hair done. She looks like she's radiating.
And you know, the health tracker, which is loaded in the InTouch app, it's in the back office, you can find it in many places, is a great way to start and say, here are some of the areas where a lot of people experience a difference. And that gets the mind going. And if people are looking for change, they're more apt to see it.
And they feel it. They feel it.
And
And you
feel it. Right.
They're like a walking billboard.
That's exactly right. Thank you, Josefina. Dennis, we'll close it up with you. Go ahead, buddy.
Okay. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, loud and clear. Go ahead.
Okay, good. I just, regarding the biomarkers, I just asked AI real quick, and here was the response. Conventional medicine estimates the biological age of organs using measurable, scientifically validated biomarkers that reflect cellular damage, functional decline, and molecular aging. These biomarkers come from blood proteins, epigenetic changes, metabolites, and organ-specified imaging data. So it sounds like it's a little bit of a complicated process.
Yeah, it can be. And I think that the normal blood panel that, you know, many people get on an annual basis contains a lot of those biomarkers that I don't understand and can't read, but, I know that people that are on the patches, the next time they get a blood panel, almost everybody, the doctor says, wow, things are looking good. What are you doing? Things are getting better. You're getting younger. The doctors probably aren't going to say that, but we know that's what's happening. Okay, well, thank you, everyone. I think this is a valuable call, and thank you, Laura Balzer, for creating that and being willing to share it. I asked her permission. Is it okay if we share that in InTouch? And she was honored and thrilled and said yes. So we look forward to making a difference in people's lives and making a difference in your lives too. So if you'd like to unmute and say your farewell, this would be a good time to do that.
Thank you. Really.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gregory. That was a great call.
Great call.
Thanks, Gregory.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gregory. Great call.
Great call.
Thank you, Gregory.
Dynamic call. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Gracias, gracias.
Gracias.
Gregory,
Great
you
call.
rock.
Wonderful.
Okay. Bye,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Have a wonderful
Thank you.
day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.